Welcome to the home of English and the fourth part of active voice and passive voice session. If you have not watched the previous lessons, watch them in the playlist of the home of English. Subscribe and press the bell icon to get all updates and upcoming lessons. We shall discuss some more hints and rules of conversion of active voice to passive voice. It's very important. Let's start. Active voice and passive voice. Hints on making passive voice continues. First one, by is not used with certain verbs when making passive voice. By is not used with certain verbs when making passive voice. Instead, we use at, with, in, to, etc. See the example. I know him. After conversion, it becomes he is known to me, not by me, known to. He is known to me. These are the exceptional cases where we never use by. Instead, we use at, with, in, or to. Second example, her arrival surprised everyone. Her arrival surprised everyone. Converted to passive, everyone was surprised at her arrival, not by her arrival. Everyone was surprised at her arrival. Fire destroyed the town. Fire destroyed the town. Fire is a subject, the town is the object. Here, after conversion, the passive, the town becomes subject. The town was destroyed in fire, not by fire, in fire. Keep all this in your mind. Next is conversion of interrogative sentences. Interrogative, that is questions. There are two types of interrogative sentences. One is yes/no type and the other is proper answer type. In yes/no type, the question words are do or does, did, has or have or had, or modal auxiliary verbs. In proper answer type, question words are what, which, who, or whom. When we convert an yes/no type question word, means a question to passive voice, do or does is changed to is or am or are, and did is changed to was or were. Whereas in the case of the perfect tense, that is has or have or had, is not changing. We use has, have or had without change. In the same way, in the case of modal auxiliary verb also there is no change. So do or does changes to is, am or are. Did changes to was or were. Rest, there is no change. Same way, proper answer type questions, when they are changed to passive voice, what is changed to what only, which to which, but who is changed to whom is changed to who. These are all interrogative pronouns. We already discussed in the last class. Let us see some examples of this yes/no type, because proper answer type, these we discussed in the last class. We will discuss this one. First example, do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? Here, what I mean is the object. So after conversion, it is the subject. What I mean is understood by you. When we make it a question, is what I mean understood by you? Understood is the V3 form of understand. So here, do is changed to is. Next, has someone made all the arrangements? So here it is a perfect tense. So we will use has, have or had. Has someone made all the arrangements? Here all the arrangements is the object. So after conversion to passive, all the arrangements becomes the subject. All the arrangements being made by someone. Since this is plural, we use have, not has. Have all the arrangements being made by someone. Been is the to be form in the case of perfect tense. That is the case of interrogative sentences. One more example. Did the noise frighten you? Did the noise frighten you? So did is changed to was or were. Were you frightened by the noise? Were you frightened by the noise? That is the passive form. Next is to infinitive. To infinitives, that is to plus root form of the verb. Sentences having two infinitives. Active to passive voice. See the example. She is to write a letter. She is to write a letter. To plus root form of write. So this is to infinitive. After changing to passive, a letter is the object. It becomes subject here. A letter is to be written by her. To be written. We had discussed in the first class that in the case of to infinitive, the to be form is be. We use be. So it becomes to be written. V3 form of write is written. A letter is to be written by her. Second example, my sister has to buy a new car. My sister has to buy a new car. A new car is object. A new car has to be bought by my sister. Bought is the V3 form of buy. So to be bought. Next, I would like someone to help me. I would like someone to help me. Here also to help. So to infinitive. So we use the to be form be with V3 form of helped. I would like to be helped by someone is understood, so no need to mention. I am not to blame for the loss. I am not to blame for the loss. Again, to infinitive, to plus root form of blame. After conversion, it becomes I am not to be blamed. To be blamed. Blamed is the V3 form of blame for the loss. So that is about two infinitives. Next is conversion of participles or gerund to passive. Participle or gerund, that is ing form. Ing form, when we change, it becomes being plus V3. We had seen it earlier that the gerund to be form is being. Whenever there is a continuous tense or ing form, the to be form is being in the passive form. Plus V3 form, that is past participle of the verb. Example, I remember my mother taking me to doctor. I remember my mother taking me to doctor. I remember being taken to doctor by my mother. I remember being taken to doctor by my mother. So being taken. Taken is the V3 form of take. Next, I found his friends laughing at him. I found his friends laughing at him. After conversion, it becomes I found him being laughed at by his friends. Being laughed at by his friends. So that is a case of gerund or participle. Next hint is a preposition or adverb used with the verb should not be removed while making a passive voice. When we make a passive voice, there may be a preposition or adverb associated with a verb that we should not remove. See the example. Mothers look after their children. Mothers look after their children means mothers take care of their children. Its passive voice is children are looked after by their mothers. Looked after. This preposition is associated with this verb. Children are looked after by their mothers. You should not look down upon the poor. You should not look down upon the poor. The passive voice is the poor should not be looked down upon. The poor should not be looked down upon. By you may not be mentioned. The poor should not be looked down upon. So that is this case. Next, the verbs let, bid, make, help, feel, see, watch, hear are used with direct infinitive in active voice. Direct infinitive means without to. In active voice, these verbs, that is let, bid, make, help, feel, see, watch, hear are used with direct infinitive without to in active voice only. In passive voice, these verbs are used with to infinitive means to plus root form of the verb. So in active voice there is no to, but after conversion we have to add to. There is an exception. Only this verb, that is let, doesn't follow this. Let is followed by direct infinitive both in active and passive voices. In the case of let, we should not use to in both active and passive voices. See the examples. I bade him go. I bade him go. He was bidden to go. Here there is no to. I bade him go. But after conversion in the passive voice we need to add to. He was bidden to go. Same way, I have made her sing a song. I have made her sing a song. Made is the verb, so there is no to in the active form. But after conversion, she has been made to sing a song. She has been made to sing a song. To is added. But in the case of let, we should not use to in both active and passive voices. See the example. She let me go. She let me go. I was let go by her. There is no to both in active and passive form. She let me go. I was let go by her. That is the passive form. So that is about let, bid, make, help, feel, see, watch, hear. So these are some hints and rules when we are doing conversion of active to passive voice. We'll see 2 or 3 more rules and hints in the next lesson. Thereafter we'll do some practice exercises to get familiar with the process. Subscribe and press the bell icon to get all updates and all upcoming lessons. See you in the next lesson. Thank you.